Who's been here before? Yeah! Then you know you're in store for some great comedy, yes? Yeah! Fantastic. Then why don't you get the applause going and welcome to the stage our first act. He's going great guns on the corporate scene. He's also one of Australia's legends of comedy. Please welcome to the stage, Elliot Goblet!
Thank you, Cam. Fantastic introduction, mate. I really appreciate it. And I think I'll always appreciate it for as long as I live, and you can quote me on that. For those that are interested, Elliot Goblet backwards is Toily Telbog. Just thought I'd share that with you because it's pretty important. And the comedy channel backwards is Channel Comedy The. Not too many people know this, but I am multilingual. Every time I perform these days, I do my entire act in a different language. Tonight I've chosen English. Although some of my pauses are in Spanish. Right now I'm doing an advanced ventriloquism act. No dummy, just me talking to my hand. I call it puppetry of the palmus. Actually, I auditioned for puppetry of the penis, but I failed the audition because I refused to take my jocks off. I just kept telling them it'll be right on the night. But people are so sceptical these days. I used to be a drummer for a band called Cancelled. Innovative name, but nobody ever turned up to our gigs. Last week had a fantastic run at the pokies. In just half an hour I turned $5 into $5.40. That's an 8% return of my money in just half an hour. You won't get that at a bank. And last month at the bank I saw a really weird sight. On the counter was a loose pen. On the end of the pen was a sign which read, "Chain out of order." And last year for 2 weeks in a row non-stop I woke up in the middle of the night in a puddle of water and I got sick of it. So the next day I went straight out and bought that top for my hot water bottle. I do believe that I have the amazing ability to communicate with dead sardines in a tin can, and the message I get back from these sardines over and over and over again is they simply need more room. I've just brought out a new range of non-essential oils. I've got a mate who's got a very monotonous job. He reads the palms of people with artificial hands. Just like to say that I do all of my own choreography. I know what you're all thinking right now. I bet Elliot Goblet is shit at welding. And you'd be right. But it doesn't make me feel any less of a man. Last winter, I invited a woman over to my place for a quiet night in front of the fire. But when she arrived, I realised I was right out of wood. Fortunately, I had a video of a fire. And luckily for me, the TV set fitted perfectly into the fireplace. And even luckier for me was that due to an electrical problem, my TV caught on fire. Can't help good luck, can you? Recently I was burgled and all they took were my coat hangers. Now fortunately I've been able to improvise by bending a few old car aerials. And the reception in my wardrobe has never been better. Ran into a mate of mine, asked him how he was going, and he said, "I've got mumps, measles, malaria, hay fever, yellow fever, glandular fever, hepatitis, arthritis, dermatitis, sinusitis, tonsillitis, laryngitis, gallstones, kidney stones, diabetes, piles and tinea." And I said, "At least you got your health." Do you ever wonder how tough life would be for a fish if that fish hated the water? Do you ever wonder why a trailer isn't twice as big as a semi-trailer? Do you ever wonder if the fridge light ever comes on after the door is closed? It doesn't. That's over a week of trials. Do you ever wonder how unfair it is that only one hole in your watch band gets all the action? Do you ever wonder how many ping pong balls on average a guy would have to stick down his trousers before people noticed there was a sizable bulge? The answer's 14. Do you ever wonder what would happen if shit really did hit the fan? The answer's nothing. That's over a week of trials. Whenever I'm standing in a queue, I'm really paranoid that somebody's going to push in, so I'll always stand hard up against the person in front of me. And it doesn't take long before people let me just pass through to the front counter. Well, my time's up. Thank you very much. Bye.